Hello, I just wanted to take you through my own personal Prince vinyl collection, starting from 78 to 89. I'm not going any further than that. There are reasons, but I'm not going to go into it. My favourite Prince era is undoubtedly the 80s, although there are a couple of albums here from the 70s which I think are fantastic. My favourite Prince era is, like many others I'm sure, the 80s. And I have a few things dotted around here. Um, there's some videos over there. I have a lot of books up here, about 15 Prince books, and I've got a bunch of CDs, a whole bunch of CDs by Prince, and DVDs as well. But I'm not going to bore you with those because I wanted to focus on vinyl. Starting off with this one from 1978, of course, Prince for You, his debut album, which he self-produced. I've heard it said, I believe from somebody involved, that he thought this was a bit busy. He was just basically trying to do as much as he could to show people what he could do, and he said that it might have been a bit too busy. But I don't know. I haven't heard it from the horse's mouth. Up next, from 1979, we have his self-titled album, Prince, which includes some fantastic singles. And look at that, not many people could get away with that. It's a brilliant album. These two are really fantastic albums. Very soulful, very nice, quite sweet. But the following two albums, Dirty Men and Controversy, are not my cup of tea. So I'm going to jump straight to 1999, which was released in 1982, of course. And that gave him his first really big hits with 1999 and Little Red Corvette, Let's Pretend We're Married. Well, that wasn't a huge hit, but it's a single from the album. And there you go. It's a double album, but not gatefold. It's a great double album. That's the reissue. I don't have an original copy of the 1999 album. It's not my favourite album, but it's fantastic. Here's the 12-inch single of 1999 with Little Red Corvette on the back, and you've got the full-length version of both. So it says, full-length version. And let me just slip that back in the jacket. I'll do damage when I do that. I also have this little bad boy, which came out in 1989, I believe, which is the 3.5-inch CD single containing those same two songs. You've got the dance mix of Little Red Corvette, and you've got the full-length version of 1999. Maybe they renamed the full-length version the dance mix, but there you go. That's what it looks like. Wee Sweet Thing. I never listened to that for obvious reasons. There's no reason to. I also have this, which you can see there. This is Let's Pretend We're Married. And it has on the back Irresistible Bitch. And the sealed version that you can see up there also has the same track listing on it. But this is sealed. This was a reissue, probably for Record Store Day, one particular year, but I don't remember exactly. And then finally from that album, we've got this one, Little Red Corvette, Automatic and International Lover. I love that negative. That's just beautiful. I mean, he looks amazing anyway, but this negative is so good, so cool. And there you go. Full length Little Red Corvette. I think I have that a few times. Automatic and International Lover. All from the album 1999, which we will now say goodbye to. Whoa, actually, not yet, because as you can see, I also have, oh dear, that's terrible. I also have this 7-inch single, which was the first Prince record I ever owned. And don't ask me how I got this one, because I think it's a Belgian release. But check this out. The B-side is absolutely astonishingly good. It's How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, and that is really fantastic. And on vinyl it's even better, if you know what I mean. It's got that sort of natural lo-fi warble, which, not a very good description, but there you go. There's the proper 7-inch single with Little Red Corvette on the back as well. So I shall put these down here. There you go. And I've also got this one, which I almost forgot about. The picture disc 7-inch single of Little Red Corvette and 1999 from Record Store Day. I can't remember which year. It was maybe 2018, 2019, something like that. So there you go. Lovely picture. Absolutely lovely picture. Okay, so let's take a little jump now to the album that came after that, and I don't think anybody needs to be told what it was. It was Purple Rain from 1984. Of course, the film, album, and single When Doves Cry were all #1 at the same time in the summer of '84. '84 was quite a fabulous year for music. So there it is. That's the original 1984 release. I love that back cover. It's also used for the single of When Doves Cry. And I want to show you about something about this album that I love. That's the inner sleeve that everyone knows. And here is the record. It is purple vinyl. Appropriately, there you go. Purple vinyl of Purple Rain. Fantastic. Very good. There's a few different versions. I think there's how would it be described? I don't remember. There's a poster in here as well. Wait, you've seen the poster before. It's the poster from the video of When Doves Cry. I can't remember. It's like a not translucent, but maybe it is translucent. It's like when you hold it up to the light, it's kind of opaque or transparent, something like that. Of course, here's a sealed version of the album, a re-release sealed version. All of the re-release versions, I have kept all the re-released versions sealed, apart from one which I will show you. Up next, what have we got next? We have this. Now, this is Let's Go Crazy, 12-inch, but as you can see, I have two. The reason is I bought a copy, not realizing I had a copy, and they're almost exactly the same, but they aren't exactly the same. One has a sort of grey cardboard inner, and the other has a white cardboard inner. So there you go. Go figure. And it has Erotic City, full-length version of Erotic City on the back, which is a wonderful thing. Yeah. Next up, a record I just love so much. I think everybody does. This was the #1 single when the film was #1 and the album was #1. When Doves Cry. There you go. And it has the lovely picture I was telling you about on the back of the album. And that's When Doves Cry, backed with 17 Days, which is a lovely song, I think. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful song. Right, let's pop that back in its jacket, if that is the right jacket. And the final 12-inch single from that album is here, I Would Die For You. Okay. And it's got that large die cut inner, and there's Another Lonely Christmas on the flip side. Let me just put that back in its jacket. I like to do that. I'm just going to throw them around. And then, of course, I'm not a completist, but I had to have this. It's the Purple Rain picture disc, which I believe was released with the reissues after he sadly passed away. Still not over that. I'm not sure how many people out there agree with me, but you never really accept it that he's gone. Him? Not that guy. So this is the picture disc of Purple Rain, which I just had to have. I just gotta have it. And up here, we have the single of Let's Go Crazy. No big thing. B-side Take Me With You. There's no great shakes, just a 7-inch single. I had that quite young. And then in 1985, he released Around the World in a Day, which is right here. And it has a gatefold sleeve, obviously, as you can see. Very bright and colourful. And I got this, as you can see, there's a cut here at the top, because I got this and Parade at the same time in a sale in a record store, and was very pleased to have it, because they weren't readily available after 1985. I mean, they probably were available in '86, but they took them off, and so that was the only way you could get a copy after that. But never fear, I have a reissue which is still sealed and immaculate. There you go. The irony with these is people who buy these and leave them sealed don't even know if they work properly or if they have any skips or scratches. It happened to me once with Kinks. The Kinks are the Village Green Preservation Society, and one day I unsealed it and played it, and it had a few jumps on it. but it was a few years after I'd bought it, so there was nothing I could do. And onto the singles from Around the World in a Day. This is one of my absolute favourite pieces. This is purple, what am I talking about? Paisley Park, the 7-inch shaped picture disc. And as you can see, it's in mint condition. A lot of these became tea stained, slightly brown, well, very brown in some cases. Mine is absolutely mint condition on both sides. Backed with She's Always in My Hair. That's a beautiful record and very rare, I believe, especially in that condition. So I'm very pleased to have that. If I didn't have it, I'm not sure I would buy it again because it was so expensive, but it's lovely to have. It is so expensive to buy, but there you go, lovely record. Here's the 12-inch of Raspberry Beret, the extended remix, backed with Hello, extended remix of Hello. And there you go, there it is, there's the proof. Okay, that's lovely. That's the extended remix of Hello. Now the very interesting thing is, well, maybe not very interesting for everyone, but I think it is that some of these records, like Hello and things like that, there are different remixes, different versions. And here's Paisley Park, the 12-inch, backed with She's Always in My Hair, and a Paisley Park remix on the flip side. So that's nice, because I love that record. I remember as a kid, I liked Prince. I didn't love him like I love him now. So I was a young kid and I was into other things. It wasn't until later that I became a super fan. Now here's Raspberry Beret again. This one is absolutely sealed. I imagine it was another record store day release. Backed with She's Always in My Hair. So it is, I imagine that's the extended remix of Raspberry Beret. It doesn't say on the outer sleeve, but I imagine it is. But if you look and remember this one, this has Hello on the B-side, so it's important to have both of those as far as I'm concerned, because the versions are different. Likewise, Pop Life, which was another single from Around the World in a Day, has the extended version. You see that cover? Remember that. Pop Life, red and yellow, extended version, 907. And Girl. Now it doesn't say, let me check one more time, it doesn't say that it's an extended version of Girl. It just says performed, arranged, composed, performed by Prince of the Revolution, 1985. So I wonder, and I guess it is. I've heard it before, so I think it looks like it's an extended version, because it's got quite a long. The run out isn't huge, so I think it's probably an extended version, but I can't remember. Let me know in the comments if it is. Of course, I could put it on the record player and find out for myself, so that's a worry. Now remember that cover with the red and yellow? Well, here's another one, but no writing, apart from Pop Life. No extended version, la 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 la. So this is a different 12-inch version. I believe one is the UK, one is the American, and this has Hello on the back. Okay, and this is an extended remix of Hello. I don't like these Pollyanna sleeves. That's called the Fresh Dance Mix. So that has the Fresh Dance Mix of Hello and the Fresh Dance Mix on the A side of Pop Life. Let me just clarify that. Yep. Fresh Dance Mix of Pop Life and Fresh Dance Mix of Hello. So totally different to the other version I showed you. One is, I think, UK, one is American, I think. I've already said that, but I do believe that's the case. There we go, pop it back in. And then finally, America, which was also a single from Around the World in a Day. Okay, backed with Girl. Now this is an extended version of Girl. I know that for a fact. And I'm just going to clarify, does it have a name, or is it just, well actually it doesn't say if it's an extended version, but it says 736. So that's a giveaway, isn't it? And of course that's the super long version of America, which is about 3 hours long. No, I'm just kidding, it's 21 minutes something. Can't remember exactly, it's not too important. Now, just come up here. This is not necessarily wonderful additions, but these aren't necessarily wonderful additions. You've got the Raspberry Beret single backed with Hello. You've got the Paisley Park single backed with She's Always in My Hair, mint condition, and the Pop Life 7-inch single backed with Girl. So there are quite a few versions of those songs, enough to keep you happy for quite a while. Now, on to his next album from the following year, from the movie Under the Cherry Moon. This is Parade. As I told you, I bought them at the same time, and they have that cut in there, something to do with on sale, or I don't know what it was. There's the inner gatefold with the Revolution, and yeah, I love that album. Particularly the A side. I think the A side is absolutely gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. I think I put it in like that actually. So here you go, in you go. But I have a sealed version, which is a reissue from recent years. There you go, that's a sealed reissue of Parade. And it's just, as I said, I love a lot of the tracks on the album, but the A side, I just love those tracks. Really. Now here's an album that is what they call a bootleg. And it is, as you can see, Charade. Okay? And there you go, proof is in the pudding. It's in absolutely mint condition. And there's the track list there. A lot of these are new versions, or not new versions, alternate versions. So there we go, we've got Little Girl Wendy's Parade. Okay, Little Girl Wendy's Parade. A different version, new position, a different version. I Wonder You. Under the Cherry Moon, different version. There's Others Here With Us, which is a really haunting song. If you've never heard it, it's absolutely fantastic. Life Can Be So Nice, alternate version. Sometimes It Snows in April, alternate version. You can see where the cross says previously unavailable, and the star is a different version. So, Old Friends for Sale, previously unheard, it says. Side 2, all my dreams. Sorry, I'm reading this. It's backwards the way I'm looking at it. In my dreams, Girls and Boys, and Love or Money, and Heaven. So there you go. And they are different versions, and they're so lo-fi, and oh, I just love it. I absolutely love that record. And like I said, it's mint condition too, which really just puts the cherry on the icing on the cake. Okay, as they say in football parlance, or soccer parlance if you're American. Next up, a record I was convinced was real. It is real, but it wasn't an official release. Regardless of how accurate everything is, the spine there, everything is as you would expect from an official Warner Brothers release of a Prince single. It's Kiss, the extended version, and Love or Money, an extended version. I absolutely adore this, but someone said to me, that's not an official release. I said, oh, really? There's purple marbled vinyl. And also, if you flip it over, there you go. It's Love or Money. Just gorgeous. I love that. And I'm not sure who went to the trouble of making such an accurate bootleg, but they did a wonderful job. And I know how Prince feels about bootlegs, and I'm with him on that. I do understand, for someone to take your record illegally and then distribute it is a terrible thing, but I didn't know it was a bootleg when I bought it. I knew Charade was, but as far as I'm concerned, if it's online and it's for sale, and me buying it doesn't change the fact that it's available. And that's, maybe you say, well, that's a terrible excuse, but, you know, I like to hear things that Prince has done. I just want to hear what he's done. Here's the 7-inch shaped picture disc of Girls and Boys, which is just gorgeous and immaculate condition as well. And there is the B-side, Under the Cherry Moon. That's a beautiful, it's just a beautiful picture disc. And up next we have The Mountains 10-inch white vinyl. I love 10-inch white vinyl. I was making a record for my own stuff, and I wanted to do it on 10-inch white vinyl, but the cost it was cost prohibitive. Anyway, that's Mountains, the extended version here, and this is Alexa de Paris, the extended version of that. I should probably have it the other way around, because that makes more sense. Don't you think it makes more sense to have it like that? And so you get like that. Yeah, I'm not sure why it was the other way around. Maybe I was just feeling kooky that day. Up next, Girls and Boys 12-inch single. You've already seen the picture disc. Here's the actual 12-inch version, backed with Under the Cherry Moon and Erotic City, which is strange. I found it very strange that they had Erotic City on here, because it was on the B-side of one of those Purple Rain singles, wasn't it? I think it might have been... I can't remember which one it was. It's here. What would it have been now? Let's Go Crazy. Yeah, it was on the B-side of Let's Go Crazy. 12-inch, which slightly perplexing, but there you go. Just because Prince is about, you know, there's a vibe at a certain period of time, and why he would revisit, well, maybe he didn't have any say. Anyway, this is the 12-inch of Another Lover, Hole in Your Head, with that very familiar, if you're familiar with it, that 12-inch sticker, meaning import, and backed with Girls and Boys. And there's, I think that's Brown Mark, isn't it? I think it is. Oh my god. Sometimes when you're making a video, your memory just disappears. Up next, I'm not going to show you that. Okay, so up next we have Sign of the Times, the original 1987 release with the big blue sticker. Someone referred to once as, it has a small sticker. Small? Look at this. It's a beautiful cover. And it's my favourite Prince album. There you go. And then inside, it's unsealed here, but it's sealed everywhere else, I suppose, just to protect the cover. And then I have a version, which is the reissued version, pretty much the same as that one, but brighter, and that's completely sealed and protected. It might not even be the records inside. Anyway, this next one is absolutely one of my favourites. Yes, it's the Sign of the Times album, and it's a Record Store Day release. And there it is, just like the other one. But the difference is, I'll just whip this out for you. You'll be familiar with... it's funny, I've seen... Hang on a second. Yeah, no, this is the first record sleeve. Sign of the Times, Housequake, blah blah blah. But inside... one of the most exciting things you'll ever see, the picture disc of the album. Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. And there is the flip side. Look at that. I mean, that and the other one, I'm going to show you that in a second. That's art. Look at that font. That's just extraordinarily beautiful. And the colours are fantastic as well. Okay, we slip that back in its sleeve, pop that right there, and pull this one out, and there you go, that's the other one. There it is, as it is on the official album release. And there you go, this is the brown and peach, or orange. It looks peach on the screen, but it's orange in my hands. That's gorgeous. Look at that font. It's just perfect. And look at that. Oh my god, that is art right there, folks. Look at that font. Stunning. Stunning, stunning stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Gorgeous. So let me just take a second to pop those back in and show them the respect that they clearly deserve. There you go, in they go, nice and gently. Up next, the picture disc of the Sign of the Times single. There it is, Prince looking amazing in his orange turtleneck. I'm wearing an orange turtleneck today, not because of this, just because I like orange, and it's cold. There you go, Sign of the Times and La 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 He He He, the full-length version. But that's quite pale compared to the picture disc of the album, but that's okay, because that's the way it's meant to be. Gorgeous, great song. I do that in my live set when I'm playing covers with my guitar, I'm just singing. I do a few Prince songs actually, quite a lot. If I Was Your Girlfriend, that's an amazing track. There's the picture disc with Shockadelica on the back. And you can see, I love that sunburst. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just fantastic. Next up, you can probably guess what this is. It's the picture disc of You Got the Look, 12-inch picture disc of You Got the Look. How cool, how cool. And it's backed with Housequake and the 7 Minutes More Quake and the single edit of You Got the Look. Up next, the final single from the album, also on picture disc. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man, backed with Hot Thing and the Hot Thing extended remix. Just fantastic. And also Yawn, just the normal 12-inch single of Sign of the Times with La 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 He He He, and there's Cat Glover pretending she can play guitar. Maybe she can, but that's Prince's guitar. And there you go, there's the You Got the Look 12-inch single and Housequake. Same as the picture disc as far as track listing. 7 Minutes More Quake. And oh, Sugar Me, I forgot. Well, there's the single of You Got the Look, 7-inch single. Okay, that's something. But this is something I forgot to show you from the Parade era. This is lovely. I think this is gorgeous. It's as you can see there, free single. Now, it's a gatefold 7-inch. This is lovely. Yoink. There you go. That's the gatefold 7-inch single, and those are the tracks. On one single, it's Girls and Boys and Under the Cherry Moon, and on the other single, She's Always in My Hair and 17 Days. Again, a little strange because the era, you know, that's not the era for those songs, but there you go. I'm pleased to have it. It's a lovely thing. And up next, an album I wish they would reissue this. I really, really do, because I adore this album, and it is the Black Album. Okay, there you go, on vinyl from 1994. When this came out, I'd lost a little interest in Prince, because you know, as you're getting older, you like other things. And also, Prince in the 90s was a bit clean for me. It wasn't really my thing, I wasn't digging it. New Power Generation and stuff. But this came out and I was like, oh, now that's something special. Of course, it was recorded before Lovesexy. This is Spooky Electric. I love those, but I don't think When Two Are in Love really belongs on the Black Album, you know, due to its tone. There you go. Okay, and I wish they would release that on reissue that. Sorry, I don't know why they don't, because it's not. I mean, look at everything they put out with Prince's name on it now. You know, you can get probably egg cups, and it's just, it goes completely against Prince's concept of you know, marketing for marketing's sake. So if they're going to do that, if they're going to put his name on every hoodie and t-shirt and tacky little thing, then they should reissue the Black Album on vinyl. I heard last year that the Third Man Records is bringing out Camille. So Jack White is going to put it in the order that it was intended and release that in 2023, which is this year. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope it's soon. I love the Camille stuff, I really do. There we go. That's Lovesexy. Now the funny thing about this album is it was the first album that made me a Prince lover, and I mean lover. I love this album. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, I suppose purists might disagree because it's not exactly his best work, and it's not my favourite, but it just means so much to me. And the funny thing is, I got this on cassette from the library, and I was a DJ when I was 16, so I was out DJing that night, and when I came home, I thought, well, I've got this not new, but I've got this Prince cassette, and I put it on, and of course it starts with I Know, and the opening part of I Know, which is quite moody and haunting, started, and I thought, I've heard this before, but I hadn't heard it before. Honestly, I hadn't heard it before. It was almost like I knew what was coming next, like a mental thing. Now, clearly there's a reason for that, but I'd like to think that it was some kind of, like it was just, you know, I just knew it. As it was playing, I thought, I know this, even though I didn't know it and I hadn't heard it before. Anyway, here's the 12-inch of Alphabet Street. This is not music, this is a trip. Backed with the album version. This is not music, this is a trip. was sampled by a UK record producer called Asen in the early 90s. He released a series called Trip to the Moon, and that was on there, and I was very keen. He's obviously a big fan because I believe he's sampled Prince more than once. There's Glam Slam and Escape, Free Your Mind from This Rat Race, and I assume it's a remix of Glam Slam. Yes, of course it is, yes, I remember it now. And finally, from that album, here's I Wish You Heaven, parts 1, 2 and 3, backed with Scarlet Pussy. There you go, Scarlet Pussy. And it has the same design as the Black Album. Isn't that so much fun? So, obviously, they used that for this single because they had used it, and then he said, no, I don't want that album released. And then all the furore happened, people picking up copies for thousands and thousands of pounds. And here we have the single of Glam Slam as well, which I got before the 12-inch. And then when I became a super fan, a super fan, I got that one. Because there was fan, super fan, and then super fan. The super fan buys 2 copies of things that he doesn't need. And finally, from 1989, he released a soundtrack to an album. Can't remember what it was called. This cover might give me a clue. Oh yes, of course. When Harry Met Sally. No, I'm joking. So it was Batman, and this is Bat Dance, and it is the Bat mix, the Vicky Vale mix, and 200 Balloons. Who's gonna stop 200 Balloons? Nobody, you know. And I loved that album when it came out, but really, in retrospect, it's not even close to his best work. But there's some great tracks on there. Vicky Waiting is a beautiful track. And of course Bat Dance itself. Party Man's a great track. And Feel You Up is on the B-side. The long stroke of Feel You Up is on the B-side of the video mix of Party Man. Video mix is a strange name for a remix. Anyway, never mind. I'm struggling to get this in. That's what she said. There we go. No, yep, got it. And then the final thing in this record box is Sheila E. So there you go. And as you can see up here, this is the Sign of the Times box set. This is the CD box set, obviously. One day I will get the vinyl box set of Sign of the Times, but I just don't have a lot of room. When I'm super rich, I will get a place with a lot of space and buy that. This is gorgeous. It has the embossed Prince Sign of the Times on it. I don't know if you can catch that. There you go. Prince Sign of the Times. And also on the back it has embossed the peace sign. There you go. You can see that there. Yeah, there you go. So there we go. Fantastic. I also have DVDs and videos. Oh yeah, I have some videos here. I'll just show you these very quickly. Prince and the Revolution Live. So there you go, there's the track list, the running order. You get that? You can pause that and have a look at that. And also Love Sexy Volume 1 on video cassette. And there's the running list, the track list, sorry. There you go, you can take a wee pause of that and enjoy. And here's Volume 2. Okay. And there you go, that's the running order. So, fantastic. And that, my friends, is my final collection of Prince and a few little other oddities. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be bringing out more vinyl videos soon to show you my collection. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.